Well, all of a sudden, you look and say, well, wait a minute, we don't have emails from this time period. Something else might have gone on. That's when we find out, or you find out, or anybody in the agency that has been getting this request from us and other from the OGR committee for emails. That's the first time it's found out. I find that to be very curious.
Well, the woman you just saw there on your screen is Tennessee Congresswoman Diane Black asking her question of the commissioner, and she's our guest on this topic for us now. Congresswoman, what did you achieve today? What answers did you get that maybe you didn't know coming into this hearing?
I don't think we got very many answers that will help us to put to bed some of the questions that we had. I think we have more questions than we did answers today, and I intend on following up with the commissioner with a lot of questions that I had that I didn't have time to ask.
And that's a big question for our viewers, because there is this issue of results from the hearings. They're very interesting to watch, often very dynamic, as we've seen, Congresswoman. But what results do they actually achieve? How is this helping you towards the goal of holding someone accountable?
I think that we are doing just what we need to do, and that is our job and our role as congressmen are to have oversight. And we're asking the questions. Unfortunately, we're not always getting the answers, which means it takes much, much more time. We have also had a sense of the House where we asked the Department of Justice to name a special prosecutor. Eric Holder decides not to do that. You know, some of this stuff could be taken care of a lot more quickly if you had someone that was working full-time with a staff on this, rather than us going back and asking for documents and waiting several months before we get the documents, reading through them, combing through them, then going back and asking additional questions. And now, once again, we will be doing that because we don't have the authority to name a special prosecutor. That is the Department of Justice. But
and is that your goal, Congresswoman? Is that what you'd like to see happen?
Oh, I'd like to see that at this point in time. Look, we're a year and a half into this, and we continue to find more out. You know, the dog ate my homework kind of thing. Look, they knew that those documents were not available. They knew this. If Lois Lerner were here, she could answer those questions. If there's nothing there, why isn't Lois Lerner in front of the camera talking and telling us the truth of the matter of what went on?
Well, you bring up such a good point, which is that Koskinen wasn't in office in this particular agency when the scandal was happening. I'm sure that's frustrating for you as someone who's looking for answers. But what prevents this from becoming just a cycle of hearings that doesn't actually produce the results or the answers that you believe the American public deserves?
Well, the American public does deserve. And if we have a Department of Justice, which I feel is inept in this because we have given them enough reason to have a special prosecutor. We have showed enough questions out there about what has happened. The American people deserve to know what's happening. This is an agency that has their most personal information and has a lot of control and power over the people of this country. And we have got to get back to the point where we can establish that the people can trust their government, and in particular this agency of the IRS.
You lead us nicely into our next segment. Congresswoman, nice to see you. Thank you so much for the time today.
Thank you. Thank you.